about concrete structure. Concrete is an element in construction which is a simple structure formed by a mixture of cement, water, fine aggregate, coarse aggregate, in the form of crushed stone or gravel, water, and other mixed materials. This concrete structure also can be identified through the characteristic of the concrete itself. The following is a standardization of good concrete characteristic as follows. Number 1, there is density. Concrete has a good structure, also has a good density, so that is able to support the load of construction building, so it's not easy to crack. Number 2, there is strength. Strength is one of the standards that must be met in the use of concrete for construction buildings. Number 3, water cement factor. In addition to strength and thickness, water determines the quality of the concrete structure is the use of the water cement factor used. Number 4, there is texture. The texture of the concrete also determines its quality. Number 5, there is parameters. Parameters are one of the things that need to be considered, which can also affect the quality of concrete. In concrete structure, there are several components, including slabs or plate, beams, columns, walls, and foundation for building construction. In addition to knowing what a concrete structure is, in construction there is something called the load acting on a concrete structure. There are various kinds of loads that work and can affect the concrete structure itself. These loads include load in the form of gravity load. This is a vertical direction. Number 2 is wind load. This is a horizontal direction. Number 3 is expanses due to shrinkage. Number 4 is loads due to temperature change. This is because causing bending and deformation of structural elements. The next thing you need to know about the load on concrete structure is that if the load increases, then the beam is at risk of additional deformation and strain. As a result, there will be an increased flexural cracks along the beam span. In addition, if the load is increasing, it can eventually lead on the collapse of the structural elements. The collapse can occur when the external load reaches the capacity of the elements in the building construction. Collapse can occur in concrete suddenly. This is because this material is a brittle material. Therefore, almost all design regulations recommend the design of beams with reinforcement to provide the sufficient warning. For example, such as excessive deflection prior to failure. Meanwhile, for the beam itself, there is an ACI regulation that limits the maximum reinforcement of steel to 75% of what is required. There are 3 types of beam cross sections, including number 1 is single reinforcement beam, which only has tensile reinforcement. Number 2 is double reinforcement beams, have tensile reinforcement and double reinforcement. The method of calculating the moment or bending capacity of the beam from various conditions can be calculated from several ways, namely, Number 3 is T-beam. This type of beam has a cross-sectional shape of a beam that is not rectangular. This beam is most frequently used because the slab is generally cast monotonically with the beam. Yes, that's the end of the videos. I hope that information is helpful for you.